Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a question that comes up almost every year, and I've always been unsure of whether it is or whether it isn't. You see, here's the thing, I have a rule when it comes to Christmas movies. I can only watch them in December, up until Boxing Day. After that, they just don't have the same impact on me. I enjoy them so much more leading up to Christmas. But Die Hard I can watch all year round, it's just an awesome action movie. So I kinda came to the conclusion that maybe it isn't a Christmas movie. But then I started thinking there are other movies out there, movies that are considered to be Christmas movies that I can watch all year round, regardless of the Christmas element. Take for example The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is definitely a Christmas movie, but I believe that this movie can also be watched at Halloween. I think it works for both holidays. And then you have Home Alone, which most would say is 100% a Christmas movie. But I would argue that if you took Christmas out of the equation, maybe the McAllisters went away in June rather than December, it would still be a good movie and it would still work. It just wouldn't be set at Christmas. And I know what I'm going to say next is probably going to ruffle a few feathers, but I would say that Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than It's a Wonderful Life.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, George! Merry Christmas, George!
I know, how dare I say that about such an iconic classic Christmas movie. But there's only about 50% of that movie which is actually set at Christmas. Whereas in Die Hard, it's set on Christmas Eve and it carries on all the way through to Christmas Day. Now, some might argue that Die Hard was not released in cinemas in December. It was actually released on the 3rd of February 1989, so it can't be a Christmas movie if it was released in February, right? Well, it may surprise you to hear that the Christmas classic Miracle on 34th Street was released in July. So yeah, I came to the conclusion that Die Hard is in fact, in my opinion, a Christmas movie. But what makes Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, for starters, the movie has to take place at Christmas. And like I just said, Die Hard does take place on Christmas Eve at a Christmas party, and it follows through to Christmas Day. And it just feels really Christmassy. And there must also be Christmas music, and in Die Hard, there is. For example, in the limo on the way to Nakatomi Towers, our gal, the limo driver, plays a Run DMC Christmas track. And then throughout the movie, there are a few more Christmas tunes thrown in here and there.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Even at the beginning of the movie, as the title slides onto the screen, you can hear sleigh bell sound effects playing in the background. But possibly some of the most important ingredients to a Christmas film is love and hope. McClane's marriage in this movie is in serious trouble, with Holly moving away to further a career and John staying behind to be a cop. Their relationship is strained, but there is love there. But they can't seem to get past the arguments. So in some ways, this is about John McClane's redemption throughout the movie to once again be a loving and caring husband. And by the end of the movie, they become a lot closer. They forget their troubles, you know, because of the horrible terrorist situation that they were in. And they realise what is truly important, and the relationship is rekindled. Maybe this was a Christmas miracle. And then let's not forget that McClane's wife is named Holly. Coincidence? I think not. And then you have the character of Hans Gruber, who only cares about money, who in many ways is a little like the Grinch or Mr. Potter from A Wonderful Life, or even maybe Scrooge, although Hans Gruber has no redemption whatsoever in this movie. Some say McClane also represents Christmas with his blood-soaked white vest, which is red on white, Santa's colours. And then of course we have the scene right at the end of the movie where Hans Gruber is about to shoot McClane, but McClane has a backup plan and he has taped a gun to the back of his back. And what did he use? He used Christmas tape. Not regular old tape, Christmas tape. Christmas literally saved the day, kind of. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm grasping at straws. Maybe I'm looking too deeply into this. I think at the end of the day, people are always going to be split on whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. And I think when it comes down to it, it's your own personal preference. If Die Hard is a movie that you feel the need to watch at Christmas time because it feels Christmassy, then yeah, it's a Christmas movie. And if you don't, then it isn't. But you're wrong, because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Have a good Christmas.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...